subscribe, like this video, and keep it going. We're bringing it back, and hopefully we'll be back Sunday too. And guess who's gonna be back? Jonah. So we got a lot of props to go over. I'm gonna go over player props and then team props. So first things first, yeah, you see the blankets in the back. I'm a Bills fan. I look at Bills first. I like DJ Moore this year. He's got a real quarterback. His numbers are low, so we're taking the overs. I like him over 824.5 receiving yards and over 59.5 receptions. I think both these numbers are very low. I think he gets the 1,000 yards, similar to when Diggs was our number one. DJ Moore is the best receiver we've had since Diggs. So I expect nothing short of 1,000. 824.5 is just way too low to not take. And then same with 60 receptions. We saw it in the preseason game. I know it's preseason, but he got the ball. He also had yards after the catch, which helps his yards. So again, I like both these lines for him. He's what the Bills have been missing, so I expect them to use him and use him heavily in the season. So that was my favorite I've seen. And then Mike Evans, same exact numbers. The only time he has been short of 1,000 yards was last year when he missed half the freaking year. So why would you not take over 124.5 yards, especially in a new offense? An offense that is going to have injuries. George Kittle might miss time. Who knows if CMC can play a full year? Their receiving room is very limited already. So I expect Mike Evans to get the ball this year, and his line was the same too. 824.5 yards and 59.5 receptions. So I don't see why this doesn't happen. He's still elite. Yeah, he had a down year. He was hurt half the year last year. He's still Mike Evans. He's still going to be very good, especially in this new system. So I like the numbers. Take the over. And then Courtland Sutton is another one. Apparently they think Jalen Waddle is going to be the number one receiver there. I have no idea why. Jalen Waddle's also always hurt. His number is at 699.5 yards. He's been, if I'm not mistaken, right around 1,000 yards every year. So I don't see why 700 yards isn't doable, especially with the a year under Bo Nix. And the Broncos are going to win games. They won games last year by getting Courtland Sutton the ball. Yeah, another one that's just wicked low. He's also at 59.5 receptions. Take the over. He's their number one receiver. I don't care who they bring in. Courtland Sutton is going to get them their yards and their catches. So really no hesitation with that. And then the last receiver I only took McMillan over 72.5 receptions. McMillan over 72.5 receptions. He killed it last year. He proved he was a number one with a decent quarterback. But now that he's in the system, they both have a year under their belt throwing and receiving with each other. I think he crushes this. I think he goes north of 80. I wasn't sure about the yards because sometimes he'll just be getting short yardages, but I like the receptions, and his touchdowns were at 7.5. That's also doable, but nothing I love. So I stuck with the receptions. And then I only took one running back. I did not like any lines of the running backs, but I took Amarian Hampton over 949.5 rushing yards. I think he breaks 1,000. That offense is going to do some damage if they give him the ball. So, and use him the right way. So, he had a great rookie season. I expect him to repeat it and do even better. Again, this line was just too low in my opinion. They brought in Keaton Mitchell, receiver, receiving back, so I think Hampton still gets majority of the workload and gets to that 1,000. And then we got over/under wins as teams. So I went through everyone. I liked 4 teams for the over. I did like a couple unders, but again, I don't like taking unders, especially with that last week of the season. If teams are playing, like I think the Dolphins and Patriots play. Patriots are locked into the 1 seed, they're benching their guys. Miami could easily get a game in. So I don't like taking unders, but Broncos over 9.5. I don't see why they won't do well in the regular season again. Yeah, they have an elite defense still. They added Jalen Waddle. Yeah, they're just a good team. Bo Nix is going to be their guy for a little bit, at least. So I expect nothing short of 10 wins. So, and then the Texans over 9.5 as well. Their defense is single-handedly going to get them 8 to 9 wins, maybe. Like, they have the best defense in the league. 9.5 is just too low in my opinion, and I have them winning the division. So, and then Giants, I have them over 7.5. I think bringing in Harbaugh was massive. If they can all stay healthy, that's the only issue I had taking them. Neighbors should be ready, but like Dart is always in the freaking medical tent. Scatabo, you never know. Like, but they added in Isaiah Likely. He should be huge for them. Their defense got better. I just think 7.5 is too low with Harbaugh leading the way. So that's why I took it. And then last but not least, Panthers over 7.5. I think they are wildly underrated. I think they had a great year last year, upsetting the Rams, games like that. They've had some big wins. I also think the Bucs digress a little bit, to the point where the Panthers will have a shot at winning the division. I know people have the Falcons being good, the Saints even being better. I don't see it. I think Panthers will get majority of the division wins, and that'll be the reason they get over that 7.5. Will they win the division? I don't know. Bucs could easily still win. But they could lose the division at 8 or 9 wins too. So I like 7.5. I think it's just too low, especially now that Bryce Young is definitely a starter. So yeah, those are my picks for that. And yeah, let's ride with them. I'll be watching every week these picks and keeping you guys updated throughout the videos.
Make sure to follow along all year with weekly videos on the NFL, debates, trivia, rankings, and more.